All right, guys. Today we are gonna. Oh, hold up. What happened here? All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to Andrew confronts. How can I say this? OF girl who did it with 101 men. Let's jump in, guys.
This is how I describe it. They're not supportive of their job, but they're supportive of me, and they will always love me and have my back in,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
So I hope that makes sense.
Nice.
Did you have to get used to liking spunk? Like, was it an acquired taste, or did you
I've always
like
liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, especially when I did my first bukkake. That was when I was like, whoa.
What's spunk?
Jizz.
Right off the bat, you guys notice something here? You see how they asking her questions? Why is that? Why do you think they're asking her questions? The reason they're asking her questions to feel more empathy and avoid Andrew coming in. If you guys have tried to approach girls that will do this stuff, that will, all of a sudden you're talking with the girl that you like, and all of a sudden her friends come in and kind of cock block you, right? By asking her questions. That's how they defend themselves. They're trying to ask a question between them, and that way you cannot interrupt the dynamic. Well, hopefully Andrew can pick this up.
So I mean, there's a limit here, right? So
There's a limit of spunk you can take. Well, this is what I'm also
No,
trying
no,
to...
no, no, no. Hang on. Let me ask the question.
Go
Just
for
one
it.
second.
Oh, okay. I'll
There
listen.
has to be a limit to the amount of crazier and crazy. So this happens in every industry, right? But especially in entertainment. You're trying to push the number for attention, right? And this is how you can stand out. So OnlyFans would be no different. Any industry would be this way. If you push the limit with the extremes, more attention is going to get focused on you. So sure, for marketing purposes, this is great, this type of thing. But there's only going to be so much of that, right? Because other people, they get involved in this type of stuff too. They start moving the goal for what the limit is. And there is definitely a limit. Like there is physically only so many men you can sleep with in a day, only so many men who can hump you up the butt or whatever the fuck it is that the next thing is that you're wanting to do. You're gonna hit that threshold, right? And it'll be sooner rather than later because there's only so much content you can push out. So what do you do post that exactly?
Well, when I mentioned that like I want to do extreme stuff, it didn't always mean numbers. Like with the skydive, that's not a numbers thing and things like that. So there isn't really a limit now.
No, I think there is. Like you could do scuba dive blowjobs, right? But I'm sure that's
There's definitely not a limit now. I've got a very imaginative brain.
There literally
She's creative.
Because there actually has to be a limit. So it's just.
I mean, I'm not going to give you all my ideas, but I could list off some stuff that you haven't seen before.
Like she doesn't want her competitors to steal her shit, Andrew. Like you gotta understand.
Yeah, but even
Andrew's trying to steal all my ideas.
Let's say you had 100 great ideas for content nobody's ever seen before, that kind of thing. You will hit a limit threshold.
When I'm 55 and ready to retire?
Yeah, but when you make more and more extreme content, you hit the threshold sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
let me give
you know
some
what?
examples
You know
of
what's
this
that string?
in other forms of media.
Bro, this is getting to a position that I saw her in Twitter. Some of the guys saying, some of the people that I follow, that she even trying to just get it on with old people. I mean, she just trying to go extreme, guys. She might just go to a very dark territory at this point, guys. How can I even mention it here on YouTube? She might get to a very dark place after this.
Yeah. So somebody comes out, recently Kanye West, he came out and he was like, he did the, like I love Hitler thing, right? That drives a ton of attention to Kanye West. There's no doubt about it. But the problem is that he'd already done that. So it brought less attention this time. Where does he go from I heart Hitler? Where does he go next? You know what I mean? What's the next extremity you can actually go to from that? That's the same problem that you'll find in the same industry, right?
I feel like you're getting me wrong as well. Like I'm not necessarily doing it, for attention. I want to create this unique content for my subscribers. I like to do really like relative content as well.
Well, then you would do it for free. But you don't.
Well, I do it for free. I do gangbangs in my personal life and things like that. I've always had a lot of sex, but I just put two and two together, something I love and something I can also monetize.
No way, this is something that you love. Get out of here. Really? This is something you love, really? Or do you love the money that comes with it? Like this right here, I like what I do. I don't earn nothing. What, $200 a month? Like, I don't earn a lot of money doing this stuff, but I like it. I like what I'm providing. Even though I have haters, I don't care about the haters. Some people say they repeat myself too much, but it's a damn message. It needs to be repeated multiple times. Like, message that has to be repeated multiple times, and that way people can get it. But I like what I do. But I don't make a lot of money doing it, right? Could you do the same thing without making that much money? And the answer is no, you don't love it. You don't love it.
Mix them together, and it has honestly made the perfect job for me.
Right. So we had a gal on here once who said the exact same thing. Ended up becoming, at least by her metric, a Reformed Christian, and said that everything that she was saying earlier on the podcast was a complete lie, right? And that she was actually just doing that for.
Well, that's one of many, you know.
The purpose of marketing. Hang on. I'll let you respond, I promise. But the thing is,
look at this. She did not like that. Look at her.
Well, that's one of many, you know.
The purpose of marketing. Hang on. I'll let you respond, I promise.
You see that? You see that? It's confrontation. She's just waiting for that moment to burst, man.
I'll let you respond, I promise.
Hey.
But the thing is like, it does draw a large amount of media attention to you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You can say, well, I would just do it anyway because I just really, really, really like it. Okay, I can just kind of grant that. But even if it is the case that you just really, really like it and you're going to do it in your personal life anyway, you're going to go bang 1,000 men because you just love that shit, it wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that there's a threshold limit put on the extremes, right?
But I just
Like,
debunked that earlier,
first you
that
can
there's
only
a
get
ton of other ideas that I have that aren't necessarily with high numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
I
get
see
it.
the lag. Yeah.
I get it, but that would still make my point. Like, there's still going to be a threshold.
Isn't this
I'm just
testable?
wondering-
Like, you
I'm
could
just-
write down all
I'm
the
just wondering
things?
if there's a post-threshold.
Yeah, there you go. She coming in. Trying to save her because remember, she looked at her. She looked at her and she was like, I need some help here. I need some help. So she's trying to help her now by chiming in. The reason they chime in my opinion, is to make sure they can derail their attacker, right? The one that is in the offense. In this case, is going to be Andrew. Right? So when the sisterhood is in the defense mode, that's when a lot of them they start chiming in. Because weak guys will just get overwhelmed. But strong guys, they will just control the situation and just handle one by one. This is, I don't know how to put this kind of dynamics, man. There has to, I just simply see it. But there has to be a more theoretical, my goodness. There has to be a theory behind this. Okay? Notice that it's the one in the right corner, down the right corner, that is trying to chime in because by the look of her, right? See, the look of her, they notice that she's uncomfortable. But remember, guys, at the same time, Andrew and Brian did a good thing. What was that good thing? They checked the sisterhood, guys. They checked the sisterhood. If the sisterhood doesn't work, this is when you have the Frank Castles. This is when you start getting the people get kicked out because now they're not in the winning position. So sooner or later, they have to just, because they're used to have control of the situation. They don't have control of the situation right now. So it'll be very interesting to see between those two what happened in the future.
If you have like plans post-threshold for that.
I don't think you realize like how huge, you know, the sex industry is and how many different routes you can take with content. Like there's tons of things you can always do.
I'm not disputing that the sex industry is huge and that there's tons of different types of content you can do. I'm not disputing that. But when you're talking about the draw, so most women in OnlyFans don't make it. Almost the vast majority of women who get in porn don't make it.
It's gonna go down. The bubble is gonna burst. The bubble because of females like her. See? They're gonna keep reaching a threshold. And also the red pill and the manosphere, believe me guys, it's gonna cut through. It's gonna cut through. Because when men are good at one thing, guys, is we can get behind of one idea. We can get behind. If we can make this more often, believe me guys, this will help the man. Because right now we are in a state of weakness. So we just simply just allow females like her that she's basically an average like chick. She's like a 6 to just be empowered, thinking that she's just like this goddess from the sky with wings, like a huge pedestal. But we'll get there.
Vast majority. Well, it's because they don't have anything that makes them stand out, right? You have something here that makes you stand out, but that has limits too. And so the question that I'm asking is like, I can just base this on the general average. Almost nobody makes it in your industry, like almost nobody. So if
Almost
that's the case,
nobody. Don't think so.
well, if that would be corn, OnlyFans, things like that. Almost no woman makes it in those industries.
Makes it? As in like makes it big, sorry. I thought you meant like...
Well, it makes it big or even makes enough money to support themselves. Most of them don't even make enough money to support themselves. The average OnlyFans, $200.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that.
Yeah, they're hardly making anything. So it is definitely the multimedia attention and this type of thing which assists in the elevation of the amount of people who watch somebody's content. So you do have to think about what the threshold breakers are. Like, what happens when I reach whatever this zenith is? That could come very quickly. And so I'm just wondering if there's post plans to it.
I don't understand what question you're asking. Like, have I got enough content to last me my lifetime? And like, have I got enough ideas? Like, I'm confused.
I'm saying that assuming that there's less media attention for your skydive blowjob than there was for a 1,000-man gangbang.
But for me, it's not always about media attention.
It's possible that there could be a massive decrease. In fact, it's likely as you get older and as you do more extreme content, there's going to be a massive decrease. So I'm just asking if there's post plans past what happens when that happens. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I definitely have post plans. I mean, I want to be in this industry for as long as I enjoy it. And for me right now, that's looking at 10, 20 years, honestly. But for me, it's also just not all about the media attention. Like, I just genuinely do it for the love of it.
So you would do a skydive blowjob for free?
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious. Like, I can't wait to do it. I'm super gassed to do it.
So then all the money that you make from that, are you going to give it to charity?
What
There we go. I told you
got to
guys.
do with it?
I told you. Andrew is on the same page as me.
What has me being charitable got to do with this?
Are you going to give it to charity or are you going to keep it?
I couldn't care less if I gave money to charity. Like, the money for me...
Can you give me some?
The money for me is a plus. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hear saying, but everyone does stuff for money. Like, that's why we fucking have jobs.
I'm not disputing that either. I'm just saying that if you say that the motivation is there and it has nothing to do with the money, I would do it anyway.
No, I'm not saying it's nothing.
Final thought.
There's just it's different aspects. I love it. It's also pays me. Like, those are just two great recipes together.
So she loves to be on 3 or 4. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So then if there's monetary gain here, right, and I assume that there is, and there is, this is directly proportional to the amount of publicity that you get for the various things that you do. However, women often, especially in your industry, hit walls with that very quickly. Just like B-list actors will have a breakout movie and then it goes right down. It's very hard to keep yourself on top for an elongated period of time. That's why I'm asking the question.
Well, I'll keep you updated in 10 years.
Delusional. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.